We use Jeopardy, which is maybe a little cliche, but it's really, really effective. The format of the game kind of does most of the work for you. There are different categories, so the kids don't really feel put on the spot. They can kind of pick things that they know. There's a different gradation, so you can determine what are hard questions from easy questions. You split the class up into groups so that it's a kind of competitive activity and they want to get the right answers. And you can decide the team so that, if you feel like there are some kids who are getting it a little bit more, you can kind of place them in with some kids that don't really get it to kind of balance the class out. So Jeopardy works really well, and it has a lot of built-in incentives.
If they're just starting, we have like categories such as what are, the certain speeches, what are the times, what are the sides of the debate, what are the specific arguments like a disadvantage, a counterplan, a critique, and we have those as categories, and students can just pick them, and then, it's a fun way to answer things.
I think a good way to do it so that they don't really understand that it's assessment and it doesn't look like I'm measuring what you know, it's just, if at the end of the day you've given a lecture, then you just kind of do a little role playing. So I'll say, all right, so now I'm the debater and I really don't understand this argument. Could you guys as a group help me to understand it? And then that's when they tell you as much as they know. And in that process, you can gauge whether they really understood what, you taught them in the morning, or you can identify what you need to work on a bit more. And for them, it's fun. It's like, oh, I can be the teacher for a while.
Another game we've tried is a version of a popular show called Cash Cab. You kind of set the classroom up like a car. You allow some students to get in. You, the teacher, are the driver, and you're driving them around town, and you kind of ask them questions. They have to get the questions right in order to kind of advance in the game and continue along. If they get 3 strikes, they have to get out of the cab, and you let 4 other students get in. So that's a way to kind of make the game more fun and new, something that they know about that's kind of a pop culture reference, but also is a good format for getting them to understand certain material.
It's really all up to the coach's imagination and what they're willing to bring to the table and how much work they're willing to put into that review. But those reviews are vital for students, just as they would review any activity in a normal class.